Ditto, and I did see that.
I don't like this.
Good luck, man. We'll see, because Nikolai apparently earlier in bracket was using Lucas and they got the bells and the bacon. So yeah, was using Lucas and Yoshi. So we're not going to see either of those guys. Though. Instead, we're going to see Mr. Game & Watch, who has been Gonz's, I'm going to say, his spiritual main. And yeah, here we go. Cooking the eggs, the bacon, the pork chops, the fish.
Intense.
Yeah, intense action. Okay. You got it. You got it.
You good?
Oh, Stu's here.
Hey.
Nice. All right.
Oh,
So
dude, I can kick out guns now.
All right. So this. So I know we usually I make a big deal about. I make a big deal about grand finals every single time I come on, but I know that this is what y'all tuned in to see, to be completely honest. So don't worry about that. We got y'all covered. The Game & Watch Ditto. What more could you ever ask for?
This is what I was looking forward to, Stu. This is exactly what I was looking forward to.
So I'll be honest with you, I do get a little bit of amusement out of watching these because I played Game & Watch in Smash 4. I was never good at them in any sense, but I think the winner is just going to be who gets the most 9s on the other side of the stage. So
Probably. I think they're both really onto the right track. They're both hitting all the buttons that you hit, you know?
You do that as Game & Watch, do you not? Yeah, I am not quite sure what to make of this, but they are, in fact...
Nothing. There's nothing to make of this, Stu. There's literally nothing to make of this. I could yell at Gons, because I'm currently in a call with him as well. I know you can't hear him, but...
Gotcha. Hello, Gons. Hello, YouTubeMan.
Yell at me?
Yeah.
I don't want... We should... Is that dead naming technically, or did you go by Gons?
Yeah, he goes by it.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we got some contacts. Let's go. Let's see what we're going to see. Possibly to take out a first stock, or maybe just throw some more bacon and, you know, fish and whatever else we got in the pan today.
I'm pretty sure you had potatoes as well, but it's, I guess
I'll take some potatoes. It's not a full meal without a carb, so.
This is true. This is true. Especially red potatoes. Yeah, these are bomb. I don't think. I think it's the russet potatoes that he throws, though. They look pretty sizable. Anyway, it's gonna be it's gonna be YouTubeMan taking the shot, catching the landing with the down smash. I do kind of like it. I do find it kind of interesting to see how Game & Watch's stuff interacts with the other stuff that he has. Like, you know, you can like reflecting the up tilt with the down B and up air, excuse me, with down B. It's kind of fun whenever it happens. Problem is, it's just so infrequent considering considering what they're going for. I guess is
what are they going for? What are these guys going for?
I would say Dadaism, but I'm just an art nerd like that.
Gons, please end this.
They're playing.
You're not. This is not playing.
Oh no. The thing is, no. Gons is gonna get hit. Nikolai is gonna take the lead.
Look out for the 9s.
You're gonna be begging for the Yoshi, dude. You're
Yeah,
really gonna be asking for the Wi-Fi Yoshi. Well parried.
Yeah, that was one of the situations where you don't know if you were going to pull out another parry, but it looked like he was prepared. But now getting the next. Oh, reflecting the up there.
But it's a multi-hit, so he got tagged by the tail end of it.
Ooh, filling up that bucket. That could actually. I don't know if that would take the stock now. It's not full.
And it also depends on what he's filling up the bucket with. I didn't see what was there.
It was the bomb from Fair.
Gotcha. Okay, so the thing that I know about bucket is that each line has a value from 1 percentage point to 16. So the maximum that you can get out of it is 48, and that's from like one charge blast or something like that from a Samus, Samus charge shot or something like that.
Oh, I didn't.
Whatever the case. Yeah. No. So. Literally, the maximum, you can do 48 at one time with the bucket, but just because you fill it up with 3 fireballs doesn't mean you're dealing 48 percentage points with the damage. You're just bucking 3 fireballs, and the damage doesn't stack or multiply in any manner. So you're literally just getting hit by the value of 3 fireballs at once.
All right, so this is
one stock apiece.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect from this going in. So,
well, you know, you fool. What did you? What exactly were you? I could have used this time to get my headphones because I just realized that I forgot those. I hope my echo isn't too bad.
No, you're not bad. You're not bad.
All right, cool.
All right, so looking for more buckets. Not gonna get them. Oh man. So it looks like Nikolai is playing this right with Mr. Game. But we do have what appears to be a full bucket, so we'll see if that 48% comes out and it does the thing. Yep, there it is.
Beautifully done, but again, it's not going to get the kill from across the stage. It is quite a sizable amount.
He's hitting he's doing a lot of smash attacks.
I mean, yeah, like because half of them combo into each other.
Yeah, what? This character is insane. So, oh my god, up there.
Look, I just said I like playing the character. I didn't say it wasn't degenerate as everything I could possibly ever mention.
Okay, so
Nikolai with the lead. However, this is a Game & Watch that wound up being ranked in the state of New Jersey. Remember, I mean, playing under a different tag with the Palutena, and in fact, making PGR, and then coming back and making it with Game & Watch name. Oh, really? Just right in there. Dude. All you had to do was run the clock out, Nikolai. You absolute fool. This is
that. I feel a little heartbroken for Nikolai. He was playing that really well. He was outgaming the game.
Shut up. No, he.
Gons is mad.
It is only a matter of time before you are consumed by gaming, and it is that is just proof right there. You got a little too aggressive, and you got your down air caught. That is the mark of a true expert Game & Watch, is when because you know when someone is less experienced than you with the character that they're going to try to get back to the stage as quickly as possible with the down air. You don't have the weight of Yoshi. You're not fast falling. You have to get down there as fast as possible. So perhaps you develop a little bit of impatience just trying to make it back to the stage. At that point, I feel like if you're going to throw out a hitbox, maybe back air, just so you have a little bit of space between yourself and the nair that they're going to have to try to catch your landing with if they want to follow up with anything or even kill at the percentage that they were at.
Yeah, dude. So we're going to me Brawler and Gons. I actually can hear you. I'm gonna let you stay for the rest of the set just because I think the little bit of things that come out are funny. But Stu definitely can't hear you. So after this, I'm gonna drop. But anyways, yeah, here we go. We got a me Brawler that kind of dressed pretty nice. Is that like a suit? It is. I don't think I've ever. I don't know most of the knee costumes. I don't know if you do, but I don't know like any of them. So anytime I see one, it's always like a new thing. My man's looking like he's ready for a day of work. Yes, Nikolai apparently jack of all trades because he was using Lucas, Yoshi before all this. Game & Watch, and he's got his me Brawler. Give me every character you could think of that is like D-Gen.
I kind of wonder. I don't know if this is a. Hey, either way, first stock taken by Nikolai. I wonder if this is a response pick because he's been a very good offline Yoshi, and I would think that online would benefit him quite a bit. But me Brawler seems to be the preferred choice here. Maybe just doesn't like Yoshi in the Game & Watch matchup. I can definitely see the reasons why. But
sure, yeah, I mean that would be reasonable. I did see Lucas in a couple matches before this, so I don't know. I wonder like what the actual main is. I don't have the info on that.
Let me just check that actually.
Yeah, so this is.
I got me some new choices. Let me just pull those up. But in the meantime, I mean, the one thing that I have found when Nikolai gets in close, seems to be doing quite all right. Not a poor showing by any stretch of the imagination from the young man from the BAE, and I do kind of wonder if this is a sign of things to come. Like, even if we once we get back to offline, perhaps sticking with the Mii Brawler, going to try to make a case for this thing being a top tier character. We already do have some Mii's putting in some work, as even just putting himself right back up with a full stock lead. Obviously, people like Why Do Bad Things Happen to Good People, whenever it comes out, it's just an absolute monster with the character, and of course the Guy Fieri legend himself. I just wonder what Nikolai is capable of with this character going forward, and really if we're seeing perhaps the second renaissance of Mii characters going forward as we maybe come into the back half of this online era.
Yeah, you want to think it's at least the back half, but I don't know a better time to use a Mii fighter really than online, because especially a lot of people just unfamiliar with how to play against like a Mii. You know what I mean? There's all the different moves, and let alone how you use them appropriately. So there's a few reasons why it would be appealing to use in like a bracket like DNA, because he's kind of got enough mix right now, where it's got Gons on his toes anyways.
That kick just seems to be mixing Gons up just a little too often. Not leaning on it, obviously. Nikolai seems to be conditioning YouTubeMan, of course, towards that information where he just keeps getting caught by it, but eventually that's going to have to change. Nikolai, with the back there, is going to connect. Get game number 2 into the win column for him, and wait for the rest of the BAE. Man, that's why you don't skip leg day, man. You can hit those back airs.
That's true, dude. He was swinging those legs around a lot. So,
impressive stuff from Nikolai. I kind of liked the Mii Brawler. I think it was a little bit of a faster pace to play, you could say, just a little bit, but it only took half the match.
Yeah, about half the match.
Yeah, exactly. So going into this game number 3, how does our one and only subscribe to my YouTube man react to this?
I'm not sure. I have a feeling there might be a character swap. I wouldn't even know. To be honest with you, I'm not sure who would swap to. I guess someone better equipped to deal with some of those. I'll be honest with you, like the options look pretty fast from Mii Brawler, at least from that. I know sometimes things look fast when they're unfamiliar to you, but I don't know. A lot of those, I'm assuming they were specials. Kind of ridiculous. So I don't know. I'm trying to think. I know Gons. I mean, he plays like most of the characters in this game, as far as ones that are good. I mean, he's got a few, but is going to stick with Game & Watch regardless. And here we are. I won't be surprised. I think we are heading back to PS2, actually. Okay, never mind. There we go. We're not.
Give yourself a little bit of room with which to work. And generally, a neutral stage means, well, at the same time, you don't want to be on small battlefield, maybe, just because it's a little too close to comfort for a character like Game & Watch to feel totally safe around Mii Brawler. So it turns out, okay, Final Destination. Never mind that.
Yeah,
gonna give yourself a lot of surface area. Gonna try to be catching those landings. Definitely confident enough with his abilities. Certainly with when you have moves like down smash and up smash, it helps you perhaps expound upon that. Little chance of recovery there.
Yeah, and I think just getting rid of those platforms seemed like something that would be good for Gons. Mostly because I think, as I was mentioning, those specials they come out so fast and all over the place, where the platforms sort of aid in that. They look like a lot of mobility moves that also seem to hit pretty well, including that. Here we go. So Gons keep himself in it now.
Never been one to give up, has he?
No, he's a stubborn guy. That guy.
Yeah. And that's and you could definitely make the case that he's definitely one of those guys that have had a reputation for being maybe not the most personable at events, at least during the Smash 4 era. I could never have told it just by his interactions, especially during Ultimate, but it's just because he's a legitimately great guy. Nikolai taking that first stock, however, 3-2 in favor of him. I would say, though, that stubbornness does tend to peek its head out in his gameplay. The methodical, I'm not going to take your crap, I'm going to dictate the pace of play whether you like it or not sort of style. It translated into one of the more defensive Palutenas that we've seen in the tri-state area, certainly in contrast to others like Jen, but also really just a very good pocket Game & Watch that has been in development since Smash 4, and even though obviously this character plays much differently in Ultimate, that familiar with the character and their statistics coming in handy to become his main in Ultimate, really.
Yeah, this is it. I think when Gon stopped taking competitive, serious, after he basically got that PGR in the first season and was doing the things, I think he sort of was burnt out a little on the game and didn't really enjoy using Palutena despite the results, and then he sort of just found Game & Watch, so as you mentioned, kind of good, reliable, even since Smash 4. I would almost call it a secondary in Smash 4, even though it wasn't really, since he pretty much used Nest all the time. But in this game, this seems to be the front runner. There was a time when he was trying to use Mario. Game & Watch is just such a Gonzalez or a YouTubeMan character. He just is. Between having that RNG element and just having moves that could sort of tilt you, it really fits the archetype pretty nice. Okay.
So by the way, with that game number 3, it should be noted that we have not even begun top 16 yet, and this is already the 3rd character with which Nikolai has taken a game in a set. The first 2 being Yoshi, obviously, but also Lucas is one of the characters that Nikolai appears to have been working on. Now, I kind of wonder, not going Lucas here because he knows that YouTubeMan perhaps knows that matchup a little bit, played a little bit with WebJP, or even taking out PK Freeze earlier on in the bracket. In fact, just the round before.
Yeah, man. Lucas is definitely it's like a force in this tournament, mostly because of Web. And to be honest with you, I think at this point, he probably threw out the Brawler is just sort of like a pocket, you know what, I bet you doesn't know this matchup. Let me give it a shot, and it really panned out well, so now it just looks like a good pick. If Gon's can even it up here, it'd definitely be a very different story. But he's gonna have to land something first. And that fair was it.
Oh no, that is a key mistake. I mean, those bombs, they're on the surface they're so terrible. Right, the first year of me playing Game & Watch in Ultimate was just I want the Metro card back. Please give me back the Metro card. Then you realize how good of an option it is to approach on platform, just how sneaky it can be when it comes out. And yes, you touch it once, it goes away. But if they're just shielding it and your shield is low for whatever reason, you get hit on top of the head with a gently falling bomb. All of a sudden, that kind of ruins your day, and you lost advantage for no real good reason.
Oh yeah, man. That's the whole Game & Watch thing. I think before you really lose the Game & Watch, in the game, you lose to them mentally.
Absolutely.
It's tough. It is. Ooh, yeah, and we're starting to see that a little bit settle in now. Sometimes the Game & Watch options and the things that can happen with this character can be tilting. It's literally the archetype of the character.
No. Nikolai is in the Riptide now. I feel like he's pressing way too many buttons. You're not going to outzone Game & Watch. He's going to tell you exactly where you're going to go, and then eventually you will break yourself upon Mr. Game & Watch. YouTubeMan trying to ensure that right now, however, Nikolai not giving up quite yet.
Yeah, we'll see. Gon's in a really prime position to win as Nikolai's at 182, so yeah, that should really do it.
Yep. Absolutely. And yeah, it was not for a lack of effort, folks. I will certainly say that, but that is YouTubeMan taking it by a score of 2-1, and that's that setup that we kept seeing on FD. I mean, you might think that it would favor me Brawler just because, there's no platforms to escape to. It's just you me and my fifth, but no, apparently, if you have your combo strings down enough, it's a hard time landing
Oh, yeah.
against Mr. Game & Watch. And you saw how consistently he got those grabs, especially that dash grab in, having the range that it does. All you need to do from there is up throw or down throw, depending on the percentage. Throw out the up air, and like clockwork, Nikolai would jump and get caught in that nair. That was the third time, really, to my knowledge, that he lost to that nair, and was not a whole lot of variance in how he died to that Game & Watch. And there was impressive stuff from YouTubeMan, who knew the win condition. Now he's in top 16 winner side.